how you doing? This is Alex Necochea, lead guitarist for Bang Camaro. A friend of mine who played briefly in our band, his name is Mike Orr, plays for a band from Boston called the Snow Leopards. He came to jam with Bang Camaro probably about 2 years ago, and at the time I was playing a white Mexican Strat with a black pickguard, and I put a Seymour Duncan JB in it, and I believe a Rio Grande in the neck position. I fell in love with that guitar because it looked exactly like Jakey Lee's, guitar, guitar player for Ozzy back in the 80s. But this one was a Fender. It was a Mexican made with an oversized headstock. So when Mike came to jam with us, he showed up with this guitar, kind of like as an homage to that guitar I was playing. He thought it was funny. So what Mike did was he built this himself from parts that he'd scrounged from other guitars. The body itself, I understand, was manufactured by Chandler in the early 80s, which I guess they made bodies for Kramer back then. And so he had it set up as just a regular cream-colored Strat with a white pickguard. I believe he had 3 single-coil pickups, but fortunately the rear was routed for a humbucker. So what he did was he put a 57 Plus that he pulled out of a Les Paul, threw it in here, got a new pickguard, and and just put one volume knob in it. And he wanted to make a guitar that was a lot like Eddie Van Halen's guitar on the cover of Van Halen's first record. So he showed up to the rehearsal. I took one look at the guitar, and I made him an offer on the spot, and he was really gracious, and he even, I think he lowballed my offer and let me get away with buying this guitar from him for just a couple $100. Since then, it's become my main guitar. There's just something about it. This maple neck, I believe, is a Warmoth. I have really small hands. They're like little, early teenager hands, and so the radius on this neck, is pretty forgiving for someone with small hands, and so I made him an offer, and he accepted, and lo and behold, the guitar was mine. I went ahead and I blocked the trem, on a night of heavy drinking, bottle of wine. So I blocked the trem so it was easier to keep it in tune. I sent it off to my guy, who cleaned it up and set it up for, I used 10s, Diodarios, and Bang Camaro. We tuned half a step down. And that's pretty much it. It's my main axe. I play it pretty much at every gig. I go between this and a Gibson Explorer, which I picked up a couple years ago right off the shelf. I'm really psyched about this guitar because I beat the hell out of it myself, so I'm waiting.
That's also unique.
Yes.
It's your own Frankenstein.
It's my own. I call it my Frankenstrat. There's not another one out there like it. I believe this little pony right here was once an earring worn by Heidi Saperstein, who's the lead singer of the Snow Leopards, who's also Mike's girlfriend. So he put it there, and I thought it worked pretty well, so I haven't taken it off. And it's got the requisite Keith Richards stains from bad habits like smoking cigarettes and sticking them in the guitar. But yeah, that's it. That's how I like them. One humbucker, one knob. I just sent my Explorer off to Gibson, and they made the same modification. They put a 57 Plus in there, ripped out the other pickup and all the other knobs, and just one knob, one pickup.
What do you need more for?
I don't need more for anything.
Yeah.
I play at 10, full volume all the time. That's it. Sometimes you do need to roll it back, especially when my channel selector isn't working. So if I need to fake a clean sound, the volume knob is the next best thing.